What's up? What's happening, man? Thank you for checking me out. Alright, this is gonna be the first of many reviews. Alright, so we're gonna start this off and jump right in it. Putting the ball line in right now. After the ball line, we come through with the Bronze Series 9 Pros to really bring that bald skin look out. That's one of the slight things that you gotta make sure to do to really make that fade pop. Small things like that really help to make the fade pop. After that, I jump in with the Stylecraft mythics with the Babyliss blade. You know, I have a review on that little cheat code. I feel it really brings the blend out much easier. I like that a lot. And we just put that in. We just laying the base right now. So we put that in. Then we follow up with the 1.5. I like to take the 1.5 up close to the parietal ridge before I bring a bigger guard to actually blend into that. You know, as you can see, coming in with the 2. And this is just setting everything up, man. This is just getting our canvas together before we actually start diving into the fade. Now you see we're going back to the 1.5. On this side, we're going to really be doing the fade down technique. So I'm going to take the 1.5 again, clean that up, really get that the way that I want it. And then we switch to the 1. And like I say, we're going down. So some people find this technique hard. To me, it's the same as the fading up. You know, you just cut to the guideline, and as you get closer to it, you close the guard. Then you put the smaller guard, open it all the way, and then repeat. And here's that 0 that we're using to try to get that line out. That's the 1 left. This point, this is where I'm gonna start switching between the no guard open, which is where this the stretch blade, the stretch bracket, I should say, for the Stylecraft come in handy. It makes that detailing real good. So we're gonna be going between this and the half guard. You see me bringing that half guard back in. That's what's gonna really bring that line out. That's the 1 left. And you see now we just really working out that line, you know, trying to hit the hair at whatever angle, trying to get wherever it's laying, going against the grain, however it's laying. And just really picking at it, man, trying to really get that clean, bringing that line out, flicking out that blade. Notice you're going to flick that blade, flick that clipper, whichever way that hair is laying against that, so you can really get it as clean as you need, as clean as possible. See it slowly coming in. Here I'm switching to the fast feeds because I feel like they're real good with that detail work. And we back to the other side, and we're gonna fade this one a little different. We're gonna do more of a fade up technique to show you it's all the same. They still come out the same if you got your process together. So we just putting that first line in, that first guideline. So this go round, we just gonna go ahead and attack that ball line early. We're gonna start, like I say, we doing this a little differently. We closing that halfway, cleaning that nice. Then start to close it up. I don't go straight to close. You know, I do about a notch above close, and then slowly start hitting that line. First video, so you see a little technical difficulties at the moment, you know, but small things to a giant. We got it back right real quick. I noticed the Stylecraft wasn't getting certain hairs out that I wanted, so I switched to the low pros, man. They're real good at cleaning up, fading real nice, and I have the gold blade on it, so crazy with those. Like I say, we going up this time, so we got the one guard and we starting to fade up, putting the next little guideline up. Keys, whether you fading up or fading down, is to keep everything uniform. Stay in the same areas. Don't try to go too high, too low, because that'll take your blend and your fade everywhere. You can see, man, that blend starting to come out real clean already, and this is before the detail work. We always do a lot of detail work at the end as well. For some reason, I like the fading down and kind of meeting in the middle technique more. But as you see, fading up goes just as smooth as long as you got your process together. I'm in the way at the moment, man. We're gonna figure this camera set up, man. But like I say, bear with me for the first one. Also notice the flicking. When I get high up to the bulk of the hair, man, I flick out. I never dig in. Still working, always going over it, always combing, passing over as much as possible, making sure it's laying and as clean as you want it. So now I'm just about to go in and hit it with the Andes GTX just to put a baseline up right now. You put that first line up in just to help you really see the haircut. It allows you to see any imperfections. It allows you to take your eyes away from the fade a second and really see it differently. And that line really makes anything pop. Anything you need to take care of, you will see it after you put that baseline in there. Or I like to just take a higher guard. Got the 3 here. Just flicking out to clean up that area before I ever do any shear work or thinning shears or anything. I like to lighten it up, soften it up. So that's just this technique right now. Notice, like I said, we flicking out, not digging in. Here I'm just coming in with the thinning shears to really soften that up, let that blend in a little bit, clean it up. And here I'm just using the shears to soften it up a little bit more. We still coming through and doing shear work later, but this is just to soften everything up. And this is just my technique, what works for me, what helps me out. You'll find your process and figure out what works perfect for you. So right here, I'm just cleaning up some of the overlaying hairs in the front, as well as, cleaning up that baseline up on that side, so I can really see what I need to touch up in detail. Now I'm going over this area just to clean the canvas for the hard part that I'll be putting in. You can seeing the cut, man. Cuts by CJ snapping over there on the taper, man. You know, check him out, man. IG. So now we're getting close to the finish line, man. Here's where you bring everything together. Getting the top ready. Getting it prepared for the shear work. Get it nice and wet so you can actually maneuver. You can have better handling of the hair. So I'm starting that guideline, and from there, I'll be following that all the way back. On the next section that I bring up, I can see, you're able to see where you cut, and you just follow that. And when you're combing and grabbing your next section, make sure before you cut, you can see that guideline from what you just cut, so you'll be able to do an even cut. Same with the fade though. Same way you go back in detail and check over your work and double check, triple check. I do the same thing with the shear work. After I go and do all my sections, I double back and just make sure everything's clean and just go back over it again. When you're doing the side where it lays, make sure you have it at an angle so that it can lay properly. Then you see I come through and just make sure that that side is looking good, laying down good. And now we pretty much prepping for the styling, blow drying it so it'll lay in the direction and lay how I want it to lay, giving it a little bit more control. As you see, I gotta go steal my product back, man. It's actually CJ and Wayne's product, man. It's Vision Hair Products. They have an oil, they have a pomade, hair grease. It's amazing. Doesn't leave a crazy shine. All natural products. Y'all need to check it out. So now we prepping the hair for that. Hey, and when it's time to style, man, don't be scared, man. Get that pomade, get whatever you use inside that hair so you can really form it how you want to form it, man. And we're not doing nothing too outrageous today, man. So we just styling it up nice and clean. You know, love to get it like the nice swoop on the other end, make sure everything's even. Say I'm always checking, so you know I'm just cleaning that in, making sure everything's nice and laid how I want it. At this point, you're pretty much done. Now it's all on going in and doing whatever detail work you need to do to make your cut pop the way you need to. But there's the base, man. Definitely appreciate your time.